And Leonia High School is graduating tonight. I just So Dan, you shut the lights off?
They work, the theater lights are off. I'm not the biggest fan in the world of eco-friendly devices, but this
Yeah,
is
sometimes it gets you.
So do the incandescent lights not exist anymore, or they're just very rare, sites of
All
rare?
right, stand by.
Yeah. Hello, everybody online. I just wanted to let you know, I apologize for the delay, but there is some crazy traffic outside according to everybody with the GW Bridge. So there are a lot of people who are en route. So please bear with us. We are going to be starting hopefully pretty soon, but we are missing some vital people. So hopefully we'll start soon. Thank you.
Now you're over to
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Sorry,
What?
Johnny. You went from being
I know, in black
very
there.
tan to being like, it was like.
How many board members?
do easily. That's easy. I can pay for all that. Oh, then tell me, and you show me what you want bought, I'll buy it and then do it, because we have Venmo, we have all that shit. I can do that easily.
So that Mark Leland,
Why are you like a Puritan? Like a Puritan up there. Oh, okay, Miles. Oh, baby. Of course you can. Okay, she's here. She's here.
That was like Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Mother's Day all together, the traffic. I've never seen anything like it. Just backed up for miles and miles and miles and miles.
Yeah, so we saw.
There was a problem with the bridge, and it was also Leonia High School's graduation. So,
Okay, let me just turn this off so it's not dinging in the middle. But oh my word.
So the volunteer,
What a deal that was.
after the volunteers went out. That's for
I
you to
have
talk about.
agendas here.
The volunteer sign up link. And now
right, and I'm working Saturday and Sunday.
you're on the list.
For Saturday and Sunday. Friday, I'm just gonna come with Merrick and sit.
Yeah, you're on the list for Saturday and Sunday.
Perfect.
For-
Do you
for
need
Sunday.
anybody for Saturday? Because I can be here
The
some.
volunteer list went out. Go look at it. We need everything. It just went out.
Okay, okay.
She'll talk about it. Lois is the producer, not me. No, you're doing the right.
But like before the show started, like
No, you need to be up there and do your job. No, you.
Okay.
Well, we're not doing anything.
All right, let's just start them.
All right. Well, congratulations to all these brave people who managed to get here despite the fact that they imported every car from the eastern United States into the immediate area and just parked them on the highways and the local streets. That was just nuts, right? But we're here. Okay. Hi. Am I supposed to stand up? No. It's all right? Okay. All right. Whatever. Okay. So welcome to the last membership meeting of the 24-25 season. Wow. How did we get here, right? Isn't that amazing? And there's no response to that? Okay. All right, fine. No. Now my feelings are hurt. You can't make up for it. Okay, Robert, you want to start with the financials?
Oh, that was quick. Okay.
We have other stuff, but we'll do you first.
All right. Operating count in June, we have $28,646.
So the people at home.
Yeah, that's okay. 20,500 in the capital account, and we have a total of $49,146. In June of 2024, we had a total of $61,137. So we've lost a little bit of money since then.
How was that vacation? that
Yeah,
you took?
very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Hawaii is lovely. Just lovely. We are looking at PSE&G Verizon. We think their bills are a little bit high, and we're paying for something called Ambient? Ambient or something? Something. So we're not quite sure, so we're going to look into that because we think those bills are a little bit high. Next, we wanted to thank Lois Corwin, who made a lovely donation to the Players Guild on behalf of Chris Carr's father passing away and for Dan's dad and Bunny passing away. So we thank Lois for that.
Bunny's husband.
The Bunny's husband, Frank, for Frank. I'm sorry.
Hi, Bunny,
Yeah.
if you're still there. Hello.
Okay. A donation was made by the Players Guild on behalf of Chris for Anthony Carra Sr. to the St. Clair of Assisi Parish in Swedesboro, New Jersey. So we did make that donation. And a donation will be made on behalf of the Giordano family for Frank Giordano they're going to let us know where they want that money to be sent. Finally, from me at this moment, we do have figures in for Desperate Measures. Desperate Measures did ticket sales of $8,630. The expenses were $11,803 for a loss of $3,173. I'm going to editorialize for just a moment on that. DM and Carol and everybody, they gave us a reasonable budget, which was in line with other musicals over other years. Carol actually stayed a little bit below the budget. It was a fun, really nice, terrific show. The audiences loved it. We, the board and the membership, have some, deeper questions asked. We seem to be going into a different world. A little bit ticket sales have been down generally. Is that something that's going to continue? We don't really know. We know there's a different environment out there. We'll see how that impacts us. And also, prices for big rights musicals, before you even open the door, before you paint a brush, before you pick up a costume, you're at $8,000, $9,000 with the rights and the musicians. So these are just things that the board is going to have to explore over time and where we go. But I just want to say that I thought the show was terrific. I thought Carol did a great job. And shit happened. And I am done.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, so next is we definitely owe a big thank you to the board members who have just concluded their term, and that would be Art, thank you, where are you? You're here, Art, somewhere, yeah, there you are, okay. Linda Wilcox and Joanne Moult, so we thank them. All right, you will notice that there's a couple of us missing, and that's because Michael is away on vacation. One of the benefits being retired is I understand you can go away a lot. I've heard about that. And Loretta Carlin is not here because she, before she knew she was going to be on the board, had bought tickets for a concert tonight. I certainly hope it wasn't outdoors because they may not be doing that. I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll learn. Bless you. All right. So I'd like the board members now to introduce themselves and announce what their job is and what area of responsibility they're going to be taking on for the next season. So, okay, well, I guess I might as well start, huh? And we have to pass the little thing around? Okay, they have asked me to continue as president, which I said I would do, and I have asked if I could take over the running of workshops for next season. Ma'am.
Hi, Jody. I'm going to stay on as, I'm going to stay on as Vice President in charge of productions and hopefully setting up a really great season again for us. With that in mind, if anyone has any ideas for a one weekend show or something like that, let me know because we have actual space in the schedule for something like that. And I'm also going to be helping out with costumes. And also helping one other thing. I can't remember what it is, but I'm there helping.
Okay.
Robert Klein, I am, oh God. Robert Klein, I am treasurer again. I'm also, I am ticket co-chair with Kim, and I am member co-chair with Kim.
Together again for the very first time.
Together again. We're doing good. I feel like we're doing pretty well. We got the hang of it now. I do help with sound and I don't know what other stuff. So
we'll just keep going that way and then we'll go back.
Oh, okay. I'm Lois Corwin. This is my second year on the board. I'll be doing props after the Able Art Pinkay did them last year. Pin-Q? I've been saying it wrong all this time. Oh, please forgive me.
That's right.
Right. And I'll pass it along.
I'm Marissa. I am co-chairing costumes with Jody, and I just finished my first year. It's been fun.
Okay.
And now she's leaving. Get right.
Oh. There you go. Hi, I'm Rachel. I am the secretary, and I am also chairing the hospitality committee. I am also on the facilities committee, helping out Steve, and I am the newly appointed grants coordinator. So more to come on that.
Don't you want to take on something else, woman? I mean, that's a lot.
I don't-
Do
there's
you
nothing-
need a few more things to do? Okay.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
And hi, I'm Steve Molt, along with Rachel, starting a new 3-year term. I will be continuing on with set design and strike, and I will also be managing the facilities. So we will be looking for donations for various projects, specific projects, so keep your eyes open, and if you are able to do that kind of donation, we can really use the help, because there are a number of things here that need to be taken care of.
Right, okay. And let's see, who else, who we are missing? Yeah, Loretta has agreed to take over some technology things like doing the prompter. Thank you, Lord. And what else did she say she was going to do? She was going to do a little social media work for us too. Yeah, and Mike is going to, Mike is going to do what?
He's going to take over the website.
He's going to start working on the website. Okay, good. All right, all right, all right. So that's, so obviously we have a lot to do, right? We've got a lot going on. All right, so let's talk about what's up next, because the season is not over. And besides that, as soon as this season ends, the new one is really beginning. Can we have an update on Marshall Playwrights Showcase?
Well, Marshall's Playwright Showcase is, as you all know, the last weekend in June. And we unfortunately lost one play from our lineup. That was the play I was directing.
That's too bad.
And we're going to have 4 original one-act plays instead of 5 this year. And it's a terrific lineup of shows, though. The exceptional one-act plays. Hope you'll all come to see them. If you'll look online, you will all be receiving a volunteer sign-up sheet.
You got it.
Yeah, we already got it.
Oh, you already got it. Okay, I didn't get to look at my computer today, but please sign up to be usher or ticket monitor or house manager. And thank you very much. I can't think of anything else.
Okay, well, there is one more thing. Mark, do you want me to tell about the what we're going to do? Okay, so Mark had agreed that he was going to go to Leonia High School and make the annual donation that we do, a bit of a small scholarship for an outstanding senior who's been involved in drama. And something didn't quite go right getting that organized, so Mark has arranged for the young lady and her family to be here the Saturday night of Marshall Playwright Showcase. They can't be here the night before because they're coming back from Europe. And so we'll do a little bit of a presentation, and Mark is going to video that, and we can obviously then help tell the world how that all happened. And I understand the young lady, Natalia, is very excited. Yeah. All right, so that'll be that Saturday night.
Is that going to be before the show?
Yeah, before the show. Before the show. Yeah, absolutely. All right. We also have auditions. You want to talk about auditions coming up, ma'am?
Oh, well, we'll talk about more, but auditions for the beginning of our 2025-2026 season is starting, and tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we have the beginning of the auditions for Red Speedo, and they will continue on Saturday from 12 to 3. And after this, I will introduce Chris Heideco to come up, and he's going to talk a little bit about the show, give you all a little spiel about what's going on.
And then we also have
And then after, I don't remember the dates for time goes by.
where the time
Vicky's
goes.
here.
Oh, Vicky's
Vicky,
here.
can you talk for a minute?
Audition dates for where the
Audition
time
for
goes.
where
Come on down and talk about your show for a minute.
We'll even give you.
Yeah, we're putting you really on the spot.
We'll even give you a little microphone thingy here.
So the second show of the season is an original. It's a jukebox show, which is Where the Time Goes, and she's going to talk about it.
Okay. I think this is not mine. That's yours. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so
This is old school here. Okay, so our auditions are going to be July 15th and 16th from 6 to 9 p.m.
Was that Tuesday, Wednesday?
That is a Tuesday and a Wednesday, yes. And this is, I don't like to use the term jukebox musical.
I apologize.
But it is. It is. So, and it's an original book. And Michael Bias and I wrote the book together. I did the musical arrangements, and it's all great songs from the 60s and 70s, the Mamas and the Papas, Bob Dylan, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Laura Nyro, Carole King. So great list of songs, and if you lived through the 60s and 70s, you know how great that is. And we follow this couple, it starts out when they're about to become grandparents, and we go back in time when they first meet at their 6th grade dance in Brooklyn, New York, and it moves forward where they meet together again as teenagers, they go to Woodstock together, they go to San Francisco together, they go to college together, so they experience all of the iconic events of that era. And so we.
Oh, well, that's good because, Chris, you're building a pool so we can just reuse that, right?
We don't literally see them skinny dip, but we use our imaginations. So that is our show, and I'm very excited about doing it here. We've done 3 staged readings. The last stage reading we did was at the Dramatist Guild last spring, and so we are now going to be putting it on its feet and staging it here, and I couldn't be more excited. So that's where the time goes.
Okay, super, thank you. All right.
More information will go out.
I didn't mention the dates of the performances.
Oh, that's all right, it's just the audition.
Finishes its auditions, we'll start publicizing Vicky's show.
All right. Summer fun is coming. Gee, Claudia, what are you talking about? Okay, Mark, you are doing your, oops. It jumps all by its little self. I didn't do that. Mark, you are doing your class outside? Yes, you are. Are you doing the Broadway series?
The Saturday after our 4th of July, which is the day of the barbecue. But
okay.
You can work out in the morning and then you can feast in the afternoon.
Okay, so it's outdoors every Saturday for how many weeks?
To be at least 4.
At least 4, starting the Saturday after the July 4th weekend.
July 12th.
Saturday the 12th, out on the deck. 10 a.m.
If it's raining, we come inside.
All right.
Or if it's too hot, we come inside.
It's too darn hot. Okay. All right.
I do have a goal of, it's free, but we take donations, and I'm hoping to raise enough money to buy, the
2 sets of doors?
That was good. That was good. That was good.
And fast.
What?
Something small and realistic, but the red carpet, apron that you stand in front for the photo opportunity. It's
A repeat.
707.
Yeah.
So we need one of those. I presented it to the board last year, and it kind of got pushed off. So I'm hoping to make enough money. It's only $200-300.
So put out a very large basket.
Yeah.
For those donations.
So at least we have a goal.
Okay.
Something on it.
Sounds good. All right. And other summer fun, we are doing something we have done a couple of summers, and that is we're going to have a barbecue followed by a movie, and that's going to be Saturday, July 12th, 3 p.m. for the barbecue. You and a significant other, the Guild is paying for that. Although Mark may be passing that basket around, I don't know, it's possible, 3 p.m. for the barbecue and probably around 5 for the movie. We'll come inside here. We did decide to see Singing in the Rain. All right, how appropriate for May and June, Singing in the Rain. All right, so mark your calendars, but we're going to need to hear, what's the best way, Robert, for people to commit to, I'm going to be there? What do you need us to do? Send an email?
When we get a little bit further closer to it, we'll send out an email which says, are you coming or not? We'll
save the date, kind of?
Yeah, but it'll probably be after Marshall's is over.
Yeah.
But it'll be plenty of time for you to still acknowledge and return.
And we'll do what we did before, and that is we'll provide hamburgers, hot dogs, veggie burgers, some salads, and yes, of course, if you want to bring something, we won't say no. Whatever you want to bring. It would be helpful to know what you're going to bring as opposed to, oh, look at that, 17 of those. It's like getting married, you get 17 toasters. Okay, and then we also have a workshop on Wednesday, July 30th, that evening. What time is it, Mark? Is that 6:30. It's 6:30 with Jen Carr, who is a professional lighting person and has done stuff for us here. And she's going to be teaching us how lighting works, and if you are directing a show, how to make lighting effects, how to make lighting enhance your show. So that sounds like a really cool thing. We have to send that out too. And how the lighting board works. Yeah. Wednesday, July 30th at 6:30 in the evening.
All these dates are on the calendar and the website. So if you go to the website and go calendar, all of these dates are in it. It doesn't tell you much about it, but they are there for
Yeah.
There was an e-blast sent out, and those dates were in there as well.
for the
For the workshop and the barbecue, everything.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Actually, I have to add one thing. This was in the record, the Bergen record, I guess. Is it still? No, it's just called the record. Leonia installs emergency opioid antidote boxes throughout the borough. Not that I think that would be likely to happen, that we would need to know about that, but I think it is helpful to know that there are, we can send this out so people know where the boxes are. Heaven forbid, should it be needed, there will be one installed at the Leonia Swim Club. Just in case. Yes, ma'am.
We did that. So they're next to all the AEDs, and they're next to the AEDs.
Okay.
The defibrillators.
Okay. Okay.
So if you want one in here, I could see if you think, I don't think we need one in here.
Yeah.
The one by the pool is only seasonal.
That's what I figured, yeah.
The naloxone.
But there's at the rec center, the municipal complex, Borough Hall, the public library, et cetera. Yeah, all right, so there. Just something to know. I mean, just like when we got the defibrillator over there, we thought we would never need it, but it's the old you never know, right? Okay, so we have a fun thing to do, and that is what? What?
Other announcements?
Yeah, that's the announcement.
Oh, okay.
You mean this one? The thing I'm about to say?
Oh.
That one?
No, sorry.
You have something else?
Nope.
Okay.
Yes, after this.
Okay, after that. Okay. So the board has decided to award a lifetime membership in recognition of her many years of devoted service to the Guild, both on stage and backstage, to Suzanne Renaud. And not that I didn't think you were going to show up, but that's why I texted you and went, hey, so I want to give you that present left over from Normal Hard. Are you going to be there tomorrow? Because I thought, oh gosh, what if she doesn't show up? We got to have her here. Okay, other announcements, Mr. Moltzer.
I would like to announce that as now the head of facilities. We will be doing a walkthrough of the entire building, probably in July at some point, with a select group of people. But the reason I make this announcement now is we're really going to try to assess everything. We provide a master list of everything that needs to be done in the building so that we can sort of triage and take care of the important stuff first. But if we have time and abilities to do small things, we can check things off that list. So I'm asking the membership if there are specific things that you notice that are issues with the building, because we don't always see everything. So if there are things that you know, please email the board so we can compile a list of things to look at. We've been in this building for a good long while. We renovated it, but it's starting to show its age a little more than it was before. So please let us know anything that you know about in this building that you feel needs to be addressed.
And how should people email, where, who? Should we do Players Guild News?
Yeah.
Should we do just Players Guild News?
Players
Yeah.
Guild News,
So
and that's
send it to the Players Guild
Central.
News
Centralized.
address.
Okay, all right. PlayersGuildNews@gmail.com. Okay, Stacy is not here, but she texted me and said, would you please make sure that everybody knows that I'm still doing the improv each week. So Stacy, I don't know if you're online. I think you thought you might be, but if you are interested in improving your improvisational skills, it sounds like a lot of fun, and it's been going. I think it's setting a record.
It is.
Guinness Book of World Records for how long? She's been. Yeah. So kudos to her for continuing to make that happen, make it available to everyone. All right. Are there any other announcements, y'all?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, so we're going to do two things. In a minute, Jody is going to introduce Chris, who will tell us about his upcoming show, and then we're going to do a fun thing. Are you up for fun things?
Absolutely.
You up for fun things? Okay, did you read what it was that we're going to do? Yeah? Okay, yeah. All right, just asking. So then if you know what's coming, I don't have to tell you. All right, close the meeting, and Jody, you want to introduce Chris? And we have to, I guess we kind of have to get out of here, don't we? Okay, vamoose? Vamoose, okay. Give me a mo, and I'll get out of here.
They are. And I'm going to introduce you.
I was looking forward to the camaraderie of like holding.
What do you need to do? What? Hey.
Do you want me to?
Help. Thanks.
Kim, you come to.
Do you want me to,
Okay.
should I get rid of, like, you want me to get rid of,
this.
you're right, yeah, I don't need this anymore. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you so much. Test. I know, right?
Okay, so on to the next part of our meeting, which is now the fun part. So we are opening the 2025-26 season with a show called Red Speedo. It is a show by Lucas Nath.
Yeah.
And it is going to be directed by the wonderful Chris Heideco, who has recently, he's been doing a whole bunch of things, but the last thing he did here was Death Trap, which, if you saw, was pretty good, I think. You know. But Red Speedo auditions are starting tomorrow night at 6 p.m. and will continue Saturday at noon. He's going to talk about that a little bit more, and the show will be here in Leonia the weekends of September 12th to the 28th.
Yeah.
Okay, for 9 shows.
Yeah.
And Kim is the producer, and she's letting me learn production with.
The co-producer.
We're co-producing. Well, thank you guys for just letting me come in and kind of. Oh. Thanks. Thank you. Great. Yeah, thanks for letting me come in. I have to say, I am beyond joyed and thrilled to be back after Death Trap. Death Trap was kind of a magical time experience for me. And also just this community, how welcoming everybody was and supportive of, you know, me kind of coming in and let's change the space and let's do all of that kind of stuff, you know. So yeah, I'm so excited to be back, and I'm really happy that, you know, Kim said yes, that the last time didn't throw her away. But I think they sort of were like, just give a little talk about what your play's about, what my philosophy is as a director, and I'll just share that briefly with you guys. What really fascinated me about this play, and why I wanted to bring it to this audience in particular, is it is it's wickedly funny. And on the first read, it's a little startling, and it's aggressive. And the thing that was fascinating to me, particularly today, as you know, was sort of mentioned with the climate of the world, is you don't know who to root for. What was really exciting about this play is you never, for me, your alliances will change constantly. It's 85 minutes, no intermission. It's aggressive. It's really funny, shocking, but there's no good and there's no bad, and these people are victims and they're perpetrators of their actions. It's just a really fascinating, crazy, wild ride. Lucas, who wrote a play called Doll's House Part 2, won a Tony. This was done at Playwrights Horizon several years ago. But it's very cool, and I think there's an intelligence in this audience for your community that I think is. I can't wait to see what's, what the reaction is. What also was very cool as a director for me was the way it's written on the page. I was gonna have printout and I wasn't able to, but hopefully I'll share some script pages with all of you guys. But it's very interesting because a speech will have like a line break and it'll just pick up on the next line and pick up on the next line. And that is one way to determine what's happening in a moment. And then he'll do this other thing where he has just dashes, which in a lot of ways is just a run-on sentence and like big chunks of run-on sentences. The characters get kind of ramped up. And then he oftentimes has ellipses, where literally line and then ellipse, 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 ellipse. And as a director, that's really exciting to me because I never know what the end result's going to be in any of the shows I direct or act in. For me, it's like a road trip. I know I'm going to California, but I don't exactly know how I'm going to get there. And so as a director, I look at material the same way. I know where I'm going. I know what the vibe is. I know sort of what the essence needs to be. But I'm always text-based. For me, everything starts with the text. It's what we do. It's theater. It's the spoken word, and it's moments in space in front of human beings. And that sort of shared kind of thing. So I don't really know yet what it's all going to look like. But that's okay. I like being kind of scared. I've never really had an idea. And so, I look at the material and I go, okay, what are the practicalities? Death Trap had a patio and it had blood and it had specific furniture. And I directed a production of 9 that had like 22 people on stage at one point. Often, what is that necessity? And then this has its own necessity, and I like that, thinking about, some costumes, and the set is very particular. I do feel because this play is kind of in your face, I want the audience to be in our faces, which I think is what's magical about this room and this space is that it's a black box, and it has the ability to kind of move things around and present the stories that way. Sorry, I just got a couple notes. So basically I start with the practicalities, what's the props, and then it's literally what the vibe of the characters, what are the energies of the characters. Again, I sort of know what I'm looking for in a vague kind of way, but until that actor walks in the room and goes, I'm gonna solve your problem, I don't know. And we all, actors and performers as well, and I always have to remind myself this when I go into casting and also just as an actor when I go into an audition. I'm here to solve their problem. And I, as a director, want people to come in and solve my problems. So as you come in for an actor and you didn't get something, or you didn't get a callback, or you did get a callback, it has less chances are that you didn't do a good job and just whatever the energy wasn't right, or the puzzle wasn't right. So, I'm excited and please, people come out. Yes, it's a 4-character play. There is, and it's about a swimmer on the eve of Olympic trials. And doping is involved. And who's involved? Where do the drugs come from? What's ethical? What is to happen? What is to do? And how far do people go to go for their goal or the American dream and turn on each other or not turn on each other? It's a great little, buckle up, because I think that's kind of the best way. And maybe that should be our tagline, just buckle up. So there's the coach, who is the coach of this athlete named Roy, who is a world-class diver or swimmer. He has a brother who is working on this deal with Speedo that is dependent on him getting through these trials. And then he's a lawyer, but he's trying to transition out and be his manager. And then there's an ex-girlfriend who
maybe is where the drugs come from. And so it's just a 4. So it's a great little ensemble. And it's, like I said, 5 scenes, and they're just very, very tight. So that's kind of the cast. But once my cast comes in and I, say this is the right fit, and get your inputs, and I'm huge on table work, and I know not every director is, but I think table work for me is the basis for everything. I spend so much time around the table, and a lot of times it could be Zoom. It's sort of the world, sometimes it's been Zoom, but I think it all comes from the text. And for me, if I spend enough time in the table working, and this is what I think this scene's about, what is this moment? Well, talk to my actors, because also it gives me opportunity also to share research. I have a great friend of mine is a ESPN world journalist, reporter, investigative reporter that is going to kind of help us get some information, and other people that have come forward and said, hey, this is a world I know. So it's a great time in this table work to spend, a lot of research and kind of dump all that stuff because for me, once that foundation is set, then it's easy to get on our feet. Scenes kind of block themselves. And so when I'm at that stage, I sort of think about it as like a watercolor or a painting. My blocking is big sort of strokes. I was like this for Death Trap, and okay, we got to fight here, a big stroke, do this, and then I break it apart and pull it back, break it apart, pull it back, and keep refining and refining. Jody will tell you, Kim as well, but I give notes all the time. After a performance, not so much that I'm hating what's happening, but for me, the audience also is that 5th character that shows up. I learn more about my play often by hearing how it is responsive in the room. As a quick little example, I just did a play in Chatham where the set was this huge house. It was an English comedy, very funny, but the set, in that space, there was about 8 or 9 feet before the first row of the audience. And that kind of went up on a high thing, and the play wasn't really landing the first couple performances. And I kept thinking, what is it? And then it hit me, they literally just can't hear. They just can't hear the play. It's too much of a distance. So those are the things I learn and interact with the audience and kind of figure out what needs to be done. And but I'm kind of my play, and I'm so excited to get started. Any quick questions or? Okay. Oh yeah.
How do you feel about this? Are you excited about it, Chris?
I'm very excited. Well, and anybody that's seen me in action knows that I get super passionate, and
I'm just really excited to dig a hole.
No, we're not digging any holes. We're not digging any holes.
I have a lot of questions about
So many questions.
the basement.
People are like, what's gonna? I'm like this.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Water's so heavy, so heavy. Yeah, no, exactly.
Well, I think you're thinking of illusion, lighting to create some of the illusion.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Again, I don't know what the drive looks like yet. But yeah, I mean, it is definitely a build, and it's definitely some lighting effects. Yeah. Yeah.
Will you do the seating again in the U shape?
I don't know if it'll be in a U shape. I'm thinking about a U shape. I'm also thinking like a gymnasium or an actual Olympic pool, a chunk and then a chunk, and have this and then like this, and have sort of an avenue. The nice thing is it's only 4 people, and there's only 3 people on stage ever at the same time. So that allows for us to kind of bring things in, and I don't have to worry about so many sidelines and stuff. But yeah, lots of tile work, so much tile work. We're going to be painting tiles forever. So yeah, we will be opening that up to the community for sure. But yeah, so thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so, and Steve, I think this was your idea, was it? Yes? Can we give you credit? We can give you credit. Thank you, Steve, both for coming up with this idea. Well, what can we do that's fun? What can we do that's fun? So, we have a bunch of monologues, very short monologues, 1 to 2 minutes-ish, all right? And we're gonna hand out pieces of paper. And you can write your name on a said piece of paper, and we'll put it in a hat, and we'll just call names, and we'll hand you a monologue. And sight unseen, you're just gonna see what you can do with it. All right? We're not recording this, am I right? Mark, we're not recording this, are we recording this? Is it being broadcast? I don't want my mom to see me fall on my face, is that the problem? Okay, let's just sit. All right. So, let's just, tear up some pieces of paper here, pass them out, and you can put your name down, Chris, so we can read whose name it is. All right? All right. And yes, I know I should have thrown out the papers beforehand, but it was a very busy day, and everything was okay. Yeah, I think maybe one chair for the applicant. See if we can do this. Too much mess here. All right.
Yes.
Does everyone have a pen? Who needs a pen? All right. First name should suffice. Is that?
Yep.
And if you don't wish to participate, we're not going to force you. You can just kind of take one and pass. Just start the process if you would. You need your papers?
Peter.
Going to be handed one, and it's got nothing to do with who you are, all right? Because once again, we're actors and we can do this, all right? So, somebody pick.
I'll pick. My name's not in here. My name is not in here. Yeah, I am clicking stuff, all right? Come on down, Vicky.
Is this a monologue for a woman or
We don't know.
Well,
We
it
don't
doesn't
know.
matter. You have to read it no matter what.
Okay. Should I sit here?
It's up to you.
Whatever you want. Your
Alabama.
What's the other microphone?
Okay, just let this thing. You want to just tell us what the directions are at the top?
Okay, it's fried green tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe by Fanny Flagg.
And it tells you a little bit who the person is and what's the...
Cleo Threadgood chats with a younger woman who sits next to her at the Rose Terrace Nursing Home in Birmingham. Not taking this personally, of course. In Birmingham, Alabama.
And thank you for being very brave and going first.
Can I take a second to look at this? Okay.
Yeah, we'll just watch you. We'll just sit here waiting.
Look faster. Should we draw the other names now so that we can look at them? Or we'll just...
Well, yeah, I mean, we can draw a bunch of names, but I'm not going to give them any.
That's
You want me to get a second name?
Yeah, let's read a couple of 3 names ahead there.
One Monday.
But I'm not pre-selecting anything here. I'll just grab some stuff. Well, no, just when,
Nothing yet.
nothing yet. Nothing yet, ma'am.
So, you want to take one more?
We'll just
Why
listen.
don't you give her something so she can just start looking at it?
Well, no, because nobody gets that chance, so it's not fair to do somebody else.
Reading it all right. Memorizing it then.
Yeah. Just go ahead. Just call me.
Okay. Now, you asked me the year somebody got married, who they married, or what the bride's mother wore, and 9 times out of 10, I can tell you. But for the life of me, I can't tell you when it was I got to be so old. Just sort of slipped up on me. First time I noticed it was June of this year when I was in the hospital for my gallbladder, which they still have, or maybe they threw it out by now, who knows? That heavyset nurse had just given me another one of those fleet enemas they're so fond of over there. When I noticed what they had on my arm, it was a white band that said, Mrs. Cleo Threadgood, an 86-year-old woman. Imagine that. When I got back home, I told my friend Mrs. Otis, I guess the only thing left for us to do is to sit around and get ready to croak. She said she preferred the term pass over to the other side. Poor thing. I didn't have the heart to tell her that no matter what you call it, we're all gonna croak. Just the same.
Thank you, CBS, for having the candy counter.
Oh, I'm Jane.
Just pick some. And you know what, later if you don't like it, you can trade with somebody else. Right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, there you go. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, we need those. We're listening to them. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Here you go. And do you want me to tell everybody what it is?
Okay.
Okay, so it's called Beginnings by Pat Conroy from 3 Minutes or Less, Life Lessons from America's Greatest Writers. It's an essay. It's for a man who's 40 plus. It's contemporary and dramatic, and a writer takes vengeance upon his abusive father.
Ooh, and look how light and small the print is. Oh, God.
I have would you like glasses? I have reading
Oh, yeah.
glasses. Yeah, you want reading glasses?
That would help.
Hey, we come prepared with everything, you know. I got the whole deal. Here we go. Here you go, ma'am.
Oh, I have those too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, good, thank you.
Just your color.
Takes vengeance upon his abusive father. The worst thing that happened A fight broke out between my mother and father when my sister had her birthday party, her 9th birthday party. I was 11. A fight started. My role was to get the other 6 kids out of harm's way, so I rushed them right out of the room. Dad could eat, oh, wait a second. Hold on, sorry, missed this line, I think. So I rushed them out of the room. My second job was to get Mom away from Dad. I went roaring in. I was 11. Dad could eat Ollie North for breakfast. I got between them. I looked over my head and saw the butcher knife. Blood got on me, my sister. Mom took us to Hot Shops and said she was going to leave Dad. She did not. What she did instead was wash my shirt and my sister's dress that had the blood of my father on it. Later, when I asked my sister if it happened, she said, no, it didn't happen. I said, why not? She said, we didn't write it down. If it's going to be real, you've got to write it down. My father made one mistake. He was raising an American novelist and an American poet, and we wrote it down. Thank you for the glasses.
We'll take the glasses and we'll take wait.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay. Who's our next 2 people? Who's our next 2? I don't know. That'll be $5 for the use of the glasses, by the way.
Come on down, Peter.
I don't know, this is happening, I would have dressed better.
Oh, you're wearing Penn State, your dress.
Woo.
All right.
We are.
This is called, in response to Executive Order 9066, all Americans of Japanese descent must report to relocation centers by Dwight Okita. It is a poem. It is for a 14-year-old female. Western USA, World War II dramatic. The poet's mother spent World War II in a relocation center. Over 100,000 Americans of Japanese descent were without due process forced into these centers during this time.
Feels timely. Is that, oh wow, okay. Dear sirs, of course I'll come. I've packed my galoshes and 3 packets of tomato seeds. Janet calls them love apples. My father says where we're going, they won't grow. I'm a 14-year-old girl with bad spelling and a messy room. If it helps any, I will tell you, I have always felt funny using chopsticks, and my favorite food is hot dogs. My best friend is a white girl named Denise. We look at boys together. She sat in front of me all through grade school because of our names, O'Connor, Ozawa. I know the back of Denise's head very well. I tell her she's going bald. She tells me I copy on tests. We're best friends. I saw Denise today in geography class. She was sitting on the other side of the room. You're trying to start a war, she said, giving secrets away to the enemy. Why can't you keep your big mouth shut? I didn't know what to say. I gave her a packet of tomato seeds and asked her to plant them for me. And I told her when the first tomato ripened, she'd miss me. Oh, I didn't use the microphone. Oh, I did. Sorry. Thank you. Here all week.
No, I don't want
thank you. Oh,
okay.
this goes to whoever the next person is. I'll hang on to it.
Who's next?
I don't know. Who's the next victim?
Marissa. Marissa? Okay. This is
Don't
it says it's comic.
Oh, okay.
From the poems of Catullus by Catullus, translated by Charles Martin. Poem for a man 20 plus, ancient Rome, comic. Catullus bargains for a free meal.
All right, we'll see how I do. You will dine well with me, my dear Fabulous, in a few days or so, the gods permitting, provided you provide the many splendored feast and invite your fair complected lady, your wine, your salt, and all the entertainment. Which is to say, my dear, if you bring dinner, you will dine well. For these days, your Catullus finds that his purse is only full of cobwebs. But in return, you'll have from me love's essence, or what, if anything, is more delicious. I'll let you sniff a certain charming fragrance, which Venus and Cupids gave my lady. One whiff of it, fabulous, and you'll beg the gods to transform you into a nose completely. It's a fun one. Oh, for my troubles. Oh, and you need one back.
Who's next?
Next you.
Next
Is anyone bleeding so far? I think we're okay. Nobody needs suturing. We're all right.
Come on down, Gilda.
Gilda. So this is called At 50 by Jenny Diskey, an essay. It's for a female of 50, contemporary dramatics. A British woman at age 50 remembers herself as a child who is trying to imagine what turning 50 might be like.
Ooh. I'm 9 years old in bed in the dark. The detail in the room is perfectly clear. I am lying on my back. I have a greeny gold quilted eiderdown covering me. I have just calculated that I will be 50 years old in 1997. 50 and 9097 don't mean a thing to me, aside from being an answer to an arithmetic question I set myself. I try it differently. I will be 50 in 1997. 1997 doesn't matter. I will be 50. The statement is absurd. I am 9. I will be 10. Makes sense. I will be 13. Has a dream-like maturity about it. I will be 50 is simply a paraphrase for another senseless statement I make to myself at night. I will be dead one day. One day I won't be. I have a great determination to feel the sentence as a reality, but it always escapes me. I will be dead comes with a picture of a dead body on a bed, but it's mine, a 9-year-old body. When I make it old, it becomes someone else. I can't imagine myself dead. I can't imagine myself dying. That's it.
Thank you for being so brave, and you need to get rid of the lovely microphone, and you can pick care.
Okay. Ooh, it's like Halloween.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
ooh, okay.
And again, if you get something you don't like, you can always trade me to make it. Okay, who's up next? Who's up next, Miss Jody?
Danny boy.
Oh,
Pick the blank one. It's things.
Life Lessons from America's Greatest Writers. It is an essay for a male of 20 plus, contemporary, serial comic. A man relates his first love for a gun.
Ooh.
My first love was a gun. 22 semi-automatic rifle. I know. Let me point out that this was an assault weapon. It was not an assault weapon. This was the sort of rifle that hundreds of thousands of red-blooded American boys cut their teeth on without growing up to be disgruntled postal workers. I don't know why they're so disgruntled. We're the ones whose mail is always late. Anyway, from the moment I first saw it in the catalog of sports, I was in love at first sight. I begged and begged my father. Finally, he relented one birthday. I remembered great excitement when I saw on the box of cartridges their range was 1.5 miles. I vividly recall, too, the look on my father's face when I asked him how high the planes were that flew over the house on their way to land at LaGuardia Airport. What a beautiful piece of work it was. Oh.
Get your candy. Boy, candy. Oh, I get the double.
Okay. Who's next, ma'am?
Glenn.
Glenn.
Okay, Glenn. This is called The New Lost Generation by David Levitt. It's an essay from a man in his 40s, contemporary serial comic. Levitt reflects on his current work life, one that makes a good biographical note in the back of a literary magazine, living and working in Manhattan.
I don't think I understand any of that.
Can't relate.
I used to think there was something gloriously romantic about the 9-to-5 life. I used to imagine there could be no greater thrill than being the crush, part of the crush, riding the escalator down from the Pan Am building into Grand Central at 5 o'clock. The big station ceiling with its map of stars would unfold about you. The escalator would slip down under your feet. You, so small, so anonymous, in all that hugeness and strangeness. Yet, you know you were different. Light on your feet at rush hour, you dodge and cut through the throng, finding your way fast to the shuttles. Ha! As the old woman who worked 40 years in accounting says to everyone. Ha ha. It's 5:30. Outside the sun is set. Inside, other people are still typing, still frenzied. Everyone works harder than you, no matter how hard you work. Everyone makes more than you do, no matter how much you make. You slip out silently, guilty to be leaving only a half hour late, wondering why you're not as ambitious as they are, why you don't have it in you to make it. But when you get outside, the wind is cold on your face. The streets are full of people heading toward the subway. You put on your Walkman. You think that tonight you might like to go dancing. Then the Pointer Sisters come on, and you realize, like John Travolta tripping down the streets of Brooklyn in Saturday Night Live, you already are.
Do we have more names? We have tons.
Then they go like a shit right there. Melinda.
All right, this is Gertrude and Claudius by John Updike, from a novel, a woman in 30s to 40s, Elizabethan satire, dramatic. Gertrude has a late night talk with Claudius about her troubled son Hamlet.
He is too charmed for himself. He has no need for you or me. I am his mother. Yes, I know. I know him. He is cold. You are not. Claudius, you are warm like me. You crave action. You want to live, to seize the day. To my son, everything is mockery. A show. He's the only man in the universe. If there are other people with feelings, then that just makes the show more lively. He might concede. Even I, who love him as a mother, cannot help doing from that moment when they place the cause of your pain in your arms, itself wailing and whimpering in memory of the joint ordeal. Even me, he views disdainfully, as evidence of his natural origins and proof that his father succumbed to concupiscence. Hamlet wants to feel, I believe, and to be an actor on stage outside of his teeming head, but cannot as yet.
You have to relinquish the microphone and we'll give you candy for that. Is that a deal? Is that
That's a
trade?
deal.
Okay, all right. And who's next, ma'am?
Suzanne.
Okay. So this is called Blind Spot, The Rules of the Lake by Irene Ziegler. A short story, female 30s from Florida. It's Florida in the 1960s, serio comic. Lucy, a big-hearted woman with cotton candy hair and a weakness for grasshoppers, the drink, not the insect, shares her snapshots with 12-year-old Annie at a pool hall. Lucy is secretly having an affair with Annie's father.
Well, this is me and Tom in Las Vegas 2 years ago when I was president of the Tom Jones fan club. See? That's me, and that's Tom. Isn't he handsome? Oh, God, and he's so nice, too, just like a regular person. You'd never know he has all that money or that women throw their underwear at him on a regular basis. Have you ever been to one of his performances? Oh, you're missing something. You just don't know. First of all, their performances, see, not just concerts or whatever, because Tom really knocks himself out for his fans. He's all over the stage. I even see him rip his pants out one time. That's what it said. But he was a real gentleman about it, you know? He didn't make a big thing out of it, like turn it into something dirty. He just looked kind of embarrassed and walked off backwards and waved and smiled, that great Tom Jones smile of his. And later, he came back wearing all leather pants and a jacket, high heel boots, oh, with rhinestones. Now, not everybody can pull off that look, you know, but Tom, well, he's not everybody. He's special. He's truly unique. Oh, and here he is in leather. See? Your daddy could pull that off. He's got the height and the build.
I think this ends when we run out of candy. I'm not sure.
Diane.
Okay, here's, this is from The Member of the Wedding by Carson McCullers, short story, female 12. In the South, in the 1930s, it's called serio comic. Frankie, a girl with an intense desire to belong, childishly believes she will accompany her brother and his bride on their honeymoon. She's wet.
Boy, oh man,
man, oh boy. When we leave Winter Hill, we're going to more places than you ever thought about or even knew existed. Just where we will go first, I don't know, and it don't matter. Because after we go to that place, we're going on to another. We mean to keep moving, the three of us. Here today and gone tomorrow. Alaska, China, Iceland, South America, traveling on trans, letting her rip on motorcycles, flying around all over the world in aeroplanes. Here today and gone tomorrow. All over the world is damn truth. Boy, oh man. And we will meet them. Everybody. We will just walk up to people and know them right away. We will be walking down a dark road and see a lighted house and knock on the door. And strangers rush to meet us and say, "Come in, come in." We will know decorated aviators and New York people and movie stars. We will have thousands of friends, thousands and thousands and thousands of friends. We will belong to so many clubs that we can't even keep track of all of them. We will be members of the whole world. Boy, oh man, oh boy. That was perfect for me. I love to act like a kid.
That was awesome. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 more.
4 more? How much candy? Okay.
Clifton.
Who, I'm sorry?
Clifton.
Oh, Clifton. Okay. Clifton? Are you going to turn back to the Deliverance by James Dickey.
Can you squeal like a pig?
No, that's not what this is.
Oh, it's not?
From the novel, male in his 30s, South, circa 1970, dramatic. Ed and his canoe trip companions are being stalked by a mountain man intent on killing them.
So this is Ed, I guess?
You're Ed.
Okay.
Which is that character?
Supposed to read it out loud.
I'm getting into character.
It's an internal one. Usually there's a voiceover.
The question is, what is he gonna do? What can he lose now? He's got exactly the thing going for him that we had going for us when we buried his buddy back in the woods. There won't be any witnesses. There's no motive to trace him by. As far as anybody else knows, he's never seen us and we've never seen him. If all 4 of us wind up in the river, that'll just even things out. Who in the hell cares? What kind of a search party could get up into these rapids? You think anybody's going to fly a helicopter down this gorge just on the chance that he might see something? Not a chance in the world. We're caught in this gorge. He can't come down here. But the only way out of this place for us is down the river. We can't run out of here at night. And when we move in the morning, he'll be up there somewhere. Or somebody can go try up there and wait for him up on the top. It's either him or us. We've killed a man. So has he. Whoever gets out depends on who kills who. It's just that simple. Candy! Candy! Candy!
Oh my God. All right. Come on, Steve.
What else we got? Oh, Steve, okay. I don't know. Let's see, I'll just take any, this is a guy, isn't it? This is a guy. I'll give you
Is it a guy? All right.
The Mysteries of Pittsburgh by Michael Chabon. A novel, male 22, contemporary piece, serial comic. After recently graduating from college, Art Bernstein discovers a complicated facet of love and sex.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. We slept together. He would get up in the morning and rush off to work, scrabbling through the piles of our mingled trousers and briefs, running his head under the sink, slamming the front door in farewell, and after he was gone, I would spend the luxury of my extra hour by bathing in the clawfoot tub and in the strangeness of it all. We lived well. Arthur cooked elaborate dinners. We sent our dirty clothes out to be cleaned. And they came back as gifts, tied up in blue paper. And as often as possible, we went to bed. I did not consider myself to be gay. I did not consider myself as a rule. But all day long, from the white instant that when I opened my eyes in the morning until my last second of awareness of Arthur's fading breath against my shoulder, I was always nervous, full of energy, afraid. The city was new again, though, and newly dangerous, and I would walk the streets quickly, eyes averted from those passersby, like a spy in the employ of lust and happiness, carrying the secret deep within me, but always on the tip of my tongue. Thank you.
All right. Two names left.
Is this our last person?
No, there's two more.
Two more.
Come on down, Howell.
Wow, okay.
Mark me up here.
This is called The Man Who Loved Levittown by W.D. Webber. Short story, male 50s plus, middle America 1980s, dramatic. Pushed to the snapping point because of all the changes taking place in his beloved suburban Levittown, Tom is driven to destroy the very thing he holds most dear.
Can I get the candy first? I need the motivation.
No.
Okay,
You know what that famous director said? Your motivation is to finish the scene by not.
Exactly. All right. I went out to the tool shed, took a 5-gallon can of gasoline, went back inside, took off the cap, taped a piece of cheesecloth over the spout, went into the den. Sprinkle, sprinkle, right over the desk. Sprinkle. Then, after I went into the bathroom, I remembered redoing it with a bigger tub. New tiles, new cabinet, sprinkle, sprinkle. Next, I went up the stairs. I built with Scotty. From lumber we helped ourselves to at a construction project on the turnpike. Up to the dormer, I'd added on for the kids.
Thinking about the times I sat around the old Dumont watching the Mickey Mouse Club with them, waiting for Kathy to get home. Almost made me stop right there. I went downstairs. The can was getting lighter, leaving a little trail behind. Into the twins' room where I sprinkled some on the curtains. Kathy sewed, sprinkled some on the Davy Crockett, sprinkled some on the curtains Kathy sewed. Sprinkled some on the Davy Crockett hat Chris used to wear every time she came out of the bathtub. Sprinkle, sprinkle, like watering plants, like baptizing someone. The fume's getting pretty bad now. Sprinkle. Outside up to the carport, over the beams, over the tools, over everything. Sprinkle, sprinkle, splash! And that's where I am right now, the carport. I'm going to wait until Silver gets home first. I want to make sure everyone on the block gets to see what $55,000, 32 years looks like going up in smoke. See. Now I want my candy, goddammit. There you go, you can have it.
All right, and the last name, Miss Lois.
Bring this one, Lois. Bring this one. You're the closer.
The Bridal from Cathedral by Raymond Carver, short story. Female in her 40s, contemporary, dramatic, a forlorn woman talks while she gets a manicure at a beauty parlor, sorry.
Thank you. Okay. Could I use the readers?
Sure, $5, here you go.
Thank you. Once when I was in high school, a counselor asked me to come to her office. She did it with all the girls, one of us at a time. "What dreams do you have?" this woman asked me. "What do you see yourself doing in 10 years? 20 years. I was 16 or 17. I was just a kid. I couldn't think what to answer. I just sat there sort of like a lump. The counselor was about my age I am now. I thought she was old. She's old, I said to myself. I knew her life was half over, and I felt like I knew something she didn't. Something she'd never know. A secret. Something nobody's supposed to know. So I stayed quiet. I just shook my head. She must have written me off as a dope. But I couldn't say anything. You know what I mean? I thought she knew things she couldn't guess at. Now, if anybody asked me that question again about my dreams and all, I'd tell them. I'd say, dreams, you know, are what you wake up from. That's what I'd say. If anybody asked, that's what I'd say. But they won't ask.
Glasses, candy, microphone. All right, that was the last person? That was the last person. Is there anybody, who now says...
Claudia.
No, I don't need it. Is anybody now saying, well, you know, I'd like to, can I do one more? Is anybody? No?
All right.
Well, I think we all around applause to Steve for coming up with this idea. So, quick question. Sometime in the future, would you want to do this again?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. We got a winner. Okay. That's it? Is it time to curtsy and say goodnight?
Right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. you guys. We'll see you at the barbecue. We'll see you at Marshall Playwright Showcase. We'll see you at auditions.
There you go. Tomorrow, come in.
What was that?
So much butt. That 14-year-old girl is messing around.